Thank you so much. That's good to hear. And how about my video? Can you see me?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, thank you. I'm happy to hear that. Okay, by the way, I know you're kind of surprised because I am actually not your teacher, but yeah, I think teacher Angelica was not able to have a lesson with you today, so I am here as her substitute
Mm-hmm.
teacher. So since this is our first meeting, can we have like a short introduction first? Is that
Okay.
okay? Good. So yeah, can you go first? And yeah, just introduce yourself.
Uh, my name is Hang.
Mm-hmm.
Hang.
Hang.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm accountant.
An accountant.
Uh, I'm married. I get married and have one son.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. And how about
Nice.
you?
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Can I call you Miss Hang?
Yes,
Is okay. Okay. Thank you for your introduction, Miss Hang. So my name is Honey.
honey.
Yes. You can call me just Honey. Okay.
Mhm.
It's up to you. And yeah, I've been working as an English
Mhm.
tutor, on English online tutor or teacher for about 2 years now, and I teach English to Japanese and Vietnamese
Mhm.
students, and yeah, I mostly teach kids, teenagers, and adults.
Mhm.
Yes, and that would be all. Miss Hang, thank you for listening. Yes. By the way, Miss Hang, how are you today?
uh, I'm good.
You're good. That's
Yeah.
good to hear.
Yeah. In Vietnam, the traffic jam. Yeah, the traffic is very terrible, and every day, we have to go through the traffic jam from home to office and from office to home. So, yes, that's very terrible. But now I'm okay.
Yeah, you
And
know
how?
that. Continue, please.
Yeah, and how about you? How about your country? Uh,
It's actually the same. I mean, I'm not sure if it's the same situation, but yeah, we, I, I commonly encountered a traffic jam as well. It's very common here in the Philippines. Actually, it's one of the main problem, social issues here in the Philippines. Because there were um, lots of private vehicles like motorcycles, and yeah, just individual cars. However, there were not enough space
mm-hmm.
for them. That's why,
Yeah.
it really caused traffic jam and inconvenience to people. I mean us, right? So yeah, it's like we have to face it every day. Well, before we arrived at work, and even right before we arrived at our house. So yeah, I'm really sorry that you experienced that even today. So did you go to the office today, Miss Han?
Yeah, today I go to the office and now I am come back home.
Mm-hmm.
It's 8 p.m. in Vietnam.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's 8 p.m. I
8
see.
p.m. Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
Um, yeah,
Continue.
you can continue.
I mean, yeah, I just want to inform you that we're 1 hour advance when it comes to time. So if it's 8 p.m. in Vietnam, it's
Mm,
9 p.m. here
wow,
in the
it's
Philippines.
late. Yeah, it's
Actually,
late.
that's right. hmm
And you are from Philippines, right?
That's right.
Philippines. Uh-huh.
Yes, I'm from the Philippines.
Hmm. He is studying in Philippine school. But they have the school in Vietnam, and all of teacher of him is Philippine.
Wow, that's good. How old is he, by the way?
He's 6 years old.
He's 6.
Yes, he is K kindergarten. kinder.
Kindergarten. Oh, a
Yeah,
baby. Still a
yeah.
baby.
Next September he will go to rec one.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's right. Wow. Are you excited?
yeah. So terrible, not excited.
Yeah, that's pretty normal. He's still a kid, so he has lots of energy. But yeah,
Mhm.
I'm happy to hear that, he has a Filipino
Mm.
teacher. So how was it?
um, I think it's up to his class. It's depend on him and his friend and
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, but I hope he's having, a good experience and he's learning a lot
Mm-hmm.
with his teachers. But yeah, he's still a kid, so no pressure, right? But
Yes.
thank you, Miss Hang, for sharing that with me, and of course for sharing about your son with me as well. I really appreciate that. So yeah. Anyway, supposedly, I mean, today we should have another student, right? That's Mr. Vu.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think he's not yet here. But yeah, we can start, right? While
Oh,
we're waiting.
mm,
Is it okay?
that's okay. But is he absent today?
I don't have any idea actually. I was informed just earlier today that I was about to take this class, but we informed Mr. Sun to inform you as well that yeah, teacher Angelica won't be here today. But yeah, I don't have any idea if Mr. Vu will be able to attend. But yeah, we can wait for him while we are having the class. Right?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. But yeah, Miss Hang, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask me. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So first, let me share my screen with you.
Last Tuesday I absent class, so I
Mhm.
don't know.
Oh, I see. Yeah, actually, I was about to ask you. I mean, I was about to confirm, but I just based it on like the report here
Mm-hmm.
from the other teacher. And yeah, since but the before the day you were absent, what did you learn?
Oh, the day the last day maybe I just finished unit one.
Unit 1. So you
Yeah,
mean we should start with unit 2
yeah,
today. That's
yeah.
fine. Yeah. Let me just check. It's still okay, free time. Okay,
Yeah,
so you finished unit 1. So the last part for unit 1 is this one. Progress check. Are you done with it?
yeah, I think maybe.
Maybe. Then don't worry, Miss Hang. Maybe today we can have a new unit.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try free time. Is it
Okay.
okay with you?
Yes, I'm okay.
Perfect. Okay. So anyway, I already shared my screen. Can you see it?
I can see.
Perfect. Thank you, Miss Hang. So for today's lesson, we are going to tackle or discuss Unit 2, free time. Yes. Are you familiar with free time? Oh, where are we? Sorry. Let me move it here. Yeah, this one. Are you familiar with free time, Miss
Sorry,
Hang?
sorry.
Are you familiar with free time? This phrase, free
Um,
time.
free time. You asked me. Uh,
Like if you have any idea what yeah,
yeah,
what it means.
yeah. In my free time, I just want to sleep. Just lay down in the bed and don't want to do anything because my son he very naughty. He just want we play with him anytime. So that's
Yes.
why in my free time, I just want to lay down in the sofa or watching a movie. Yeah, that's it.
Yes. You're totally right, Miss Hang. That's what we meant when we say free time. So, in layman's term, or in the most easiest term for it, is it's your time available to relax or
Mm-hmm.
to take some rest. So that's what free time means. Good job. Thank you, Miss Hang. So for this discussion, okay, we have aims. Okay, so let me read the aims to you. So first, okay, our one of the aim of this book is to talk about your free time. So for example, what do you usually do in your free time? Like what you said a while ago. Okay, next is expressing preferences. Okay, and then the third one is we're going to discuss the present simple form as well. And we have the skills development, and those are the activities are understanding part 2 and the task card. And then we have the exam practice if we still have time left. Okay, don't worry. I will make sure to discuss with you these activities. So let's start now with part 1. Okay, so for part 1, we have what we call the language development. And under this, okay, we have vocabularies. Okay, and for vocabulary, so these are the free time activities. So, Miss Hang, you might encounter some phrases or words that are unfamiliar for you, so you can ask me. Okay?
Yes.
All right, so let's start. For exercise 1, here's the instruction. So, you will match the photos from A to D, this one. Let me see. I think we can download this one so that, yeah, let me download this one for you. I have an idea now. Please give me a moment.
Okay.
Yeah, let this one. I will share this one to you instead of that one. Please give me a moment. Sorry. Let me just. Okay, this one. Found it.
I can see your colleagues beside you.
Do you see it? Sorry.
No problem.
Really? You can see it?
Yes.
Yeah, he's actually teaching now. It's because I am working in the office.
Hello from the other side.
Oh, I like that song. Oh, here. I think we're waiting for Mr. Vu. Oh, there he is. Yeah, oh, wait for a moment, Miss Hang.
Evening.
Let me just
Yeah.
welcome the other participant. Oh, hello, Mr. Vu.
Yes.
Am I right?
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, good evening, Mr. Vu. Well, we're done with the introduction with Miss Hang. So, Miss Hang, please give us a moment. I just want to have an introduction first with Mr. Vu. Well, Mr. Vu, my name is Hani, and I will be the substitute teacher for today for teacher Angelica, since yeah, she's not able to like have a lesson with you. So yeah, I just want to introduce myself first. My name is Hani, and I'll be the teacher for tonight. And I've been living in the Philippines, and I've been teaching English for about 2 years now. Yes, nice to meet you. And you, can you introduce yourself first?
Yes. I'm for table. I'm from
Mhm.
Vietnam. I'm 40 years old.
Yes. So is it okay to call you Mr. Vu,
Uh,
right?
okay.
Okay. Nice to meet you,
Yeah.
Mr. Vu. Okay,
Yes.
so maybe we can continue with the lesson. But yeah, before that again, so I asked Miss Hang earlier of what lesson or which lesson should we discuss today, but she told me that she was absent last meeting, and The day before she was absent, she told me that she believed she finished until Unit 1. So we both decided to discuss Unit 2 today, which is free time. So would that be okay with you, Mr. Vu?
Yes. Hôm bữa em nghỉ đúng không? Bữa
Yeah.
em nghĩ là học cái phần một xong rồi đến phần 2 rồi. Ờ,
So, honey, we
Mhm.
can continue from part 2.
Part 2.
Yeah.
Part 2 of Unit 2, you mean, right? This one? Thank you. This one. Skills development.
yes.
Am I right? I see. Is it okay with you? I
Okay.
mean, do you both agree,
Yes, I'm
Miss
okay.
Han? Thank you so much. Okay, so instead of part one, Miss Hang and Mr. Vu, we will start with part two, and we're going to discuss skills development. Okay, so we have here the exam information. Let's try to understand it more before we start it. So let me read it to you in a fast pace, but you can read it silently. Okay, Mr. Vu and Miss Ang. So for the exam information, so it's the complete speaking test from parts 1, 2, and 3. So it might take as 11 to 14 minutes, but yeah, we still have more time, so it doesn't matter. So I am the examiner. So I will ask questions, and you both are the candidates. So you have to give me some answers. Okay, and we are recorded, so the answers are recorded. So for part two, we have the individual long turn. Okay, so I will give you a task card with, yeah, we don't need that. So I will just ask you to talk about the topic. Okay, some topics here, and the topic is about a personal experience. So Mr. Vu and Miss Hang. So the topic is about your personal experiences. So I'll give you time, not 1 minute, to prepare your talk. And then if you have a paper and pen, you can use it as well. All right. So let's start. Let me play the audio first. Okay, so I will share my audio as well. Please, 1 moment. I think I forgot to share the sound. Yeah, there. Okay, so please tell me immediately if you do not hear anything. Okay, so that's 10. Okay,
I'm not here.
can you hear it?
I'm not here.
Not yet. Okay, I'll play it again.
No. No.
Track 10.
Now I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. You'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say before you begin talking. You can make some notes if you wish. Here is a pencil and some paper. I'd like you to describe a newspaper or magazine you enjoy reading. You should say what kind of newspaper or magazine it is, which parts of it you read, when and where you read it, and explain why you enjoy reading it.
Okay. So is the instruction clear, Ms. Han and
Yeah.
Mr. It's fine. It's fine. If you like to listen to the instruction again, you can tell me so I can play it again. Or is it enough? Is it okay? What do you think? Okay, let me read the instruction for you carefully. Okay, so for this exam, Mr. Vu and Miss Hang, you have to describe a newspaper or magazine that you enjoy reading. Like, for example, Mr. Vu and Miss Hang, like this past few days, did you read magazine? Any magazine or newspaper? Miss Hang. Miss Hang is nodding her head, so I guess she has. How about Mr. Vu? Have you read any, magazine, any type of magazine? It could be a sports magazine, a fashion magazine, or a newspaper.
I'm not reading paper. I read online.
Yeah, it's
I,
fine. Online.
yes, I
Yes,
read on my mobile phone.
sure. That's more convenient nowadays. So actually, we can read an online magazine. We call it online magazine or online article. So you can mention that as well. Okay, as long as you enjoy or you enjoyed reading it. Now, okay, these are the criteria that you should include. So once again, Mr. Vu and Miss Hang, um, in your presentation, you should say first what kind of newspaper or online article or magazine or online magazine it is. Next, which parts of it you read. Yes. And lastly, oh, not lastly, the third one is when and where you read it. And the last one is you have to explain in details why you enjoy reading it. Okay, so don't worry, I will give you time to prepare. Okay, I will give you time to prepare. Let's say this is actually kind of a challenging exam. So maybe 1 minute it's each question. So I'll give you 5 minutes to prepare. So right now it's 8:22. So we will start answering at 8:28. I'll give you that. Okay? All right. Good. You may start preparing now. You can write it, okay, in your paper. You can tell me once you're ready. Are you both ready? It's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. I will guide you and I will help you. Okay, let's just check what can you understand from the topic and from the question, and then let's try to improve, okay, your sentence constructions. So who wants to go first?
Okay, please.
Thank you so much. Sure, let's have Mr. Vu. Okay, so Mr. Vu, kindly follow, okay,
Uh,
these instructions. Please start.
yes. Sport it. The new sport is kind of new magazine I like. Um, I I I read on G Sport online. Um, I read the new information every day about structure, player, and everything relevant structure. Um, because my favorite sport is structure.
Mm,
Okay.
sorry, what kind of newspaper online article it is again? It's about
About sport, sport,
sports. Okay, it's
sports.
about sports.
Yeah,
So it's an article, right? So it's an article about sports.
sports. Yes. Uh,
Okay. Okay. And which parts of
um,
it you read?
I read the new information. Um, relevant player. Yes, player structure every day.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you read the part wherein it presents the relevant or updated news about players.
Yeah. Player. Club. And club.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I
Uh,
see.
yes.
Okay, so that's the part where you read. Now, when and where you read it?
I I read it. It's in my free time. Usually is at lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
At lunch.
yes, at
So
lunch.
you where? Sorry, where did you read it again? Office.
Sorry.
Where did you read the article? At home,
Uh, as my company.
at the office,
Yes,
and then you read it during lunch.
yeah.
Lunch
Uh, after lunch.
after lunch.
Yeah, when I read.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Now, for the last question for this part, can you explain why you enjoy reading it, Mr. Vu?
Because I love football.
One more time, because
Yeah, because I love football.
oh, you love football.
Yes, I love football.
Oh, because of your love of football.
Yeah.
Very specific. Okay, good. So you meant, Mr. Vu, that the article is about not only sports in general, but it's about football
Yeah.
in specific,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
I understand. Okay, good job. Thank you so much,
Thank you, teacher.
Mr. Vu. Thank you for your confidence. Now let's have Miss Hang. It's okay, Miss Hang. You can present.
Mhm. I am reading fashion magazine. Uh, and what kind of newspaper? I might question which part. I am reading advertising or interview part. Yeah.
Oh, very good. Yeah, so it's a fashion magazine, not a
Mm-hmm.
newspaper or article. And the part that you are reading is the interview part, right?
Mm-hmm.
Interview, wherein the person in that interview is talking. I mean, not really talking, but he or she is talking about fashion, right? Information about
Yeah,
fashion. So
yeah.
you are
You know,
reading. Mhm.
fashion in trending.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to know what do they work nowadays? What is the trending now? Yeah, example, what food they eat. What is the color of the year?
Mhm.
Yeah, something like that. Um, and I read the magazine in everywhere and
Mhm.
in my free time. Yeah, in office or on the bus from office to home. Yeah. Before I go to bed.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
So in your free time.
Yes, in my free time and
Perfect.
everywhere.
Well, Miss Hang, thank you. I have one question. So you
Mhm.
said that you read this magazine everywhere. Does this mean it's a physical magazine or
No,
is it online?
yeah, just online magazine.
Oh, just like Mr. Vu.
Yeah. Huh?
Perfect. I thought you are bringing a physical magazine
No, I can't.
with you everywhere. That would be inconvenient for you. Okay, good job. So, first of all, let me give a short feedback regarding your answer. So, thank you, Ms. Hang and Mr. Vu. Now, let's start with Mr. Vu as well. So, first of all, Mr. Vu, good job. Okay, thank you. Thank you for initiating first to speak. And well, why did I say good job? First of all, you were able to explain what kind of newspaper have it is, right? So it's an article, online article, or sports article. So yeah, in short term, it's about sports, right? And for the part where you, I mean, for this question, which parts of it you read? So you didn't really say the specific part, but it's, I appreciate that you kind of explain, right, the part, but not exactly the part. So you said that you read the part wherein it includes new information, right, about the players or the relevant or updated players nowadays about football. Yeah, so for this part, Mr. Vu, just be more specific.
Yes.
Okay, so like for example, Miss Hang said that she read the interview part. So in a fashion magazine and even on article, there is actually an interview section. So that's the specific type. But yeah, it's still a good job. I appreciate that you like generalize or expand your explanation. Okay? And for the third question, both of you, Miss Hang and Mr. Vu, did a great job. So, Mr. Vu, you said that you often read this online article in your company or in your office and after lunch. So,
Yes.
probably that's your only free time, right? To read these online articles. And for Ms. Hang, so she said she reads it everywhere. So whenever she left her house to commute to the office, or even from the office to commute to her house, and lastly even when she was about to go to bed, which is still good because she's only reading it online, and okay, it's on her free time. But Miss Hang, I forgot to ask you. So Mr. Vu explained why he enjoys reading the online article was because of his love. for football, right?
Mhm.
Mr. Vu, how about you, Miss Hang? Why, of all magazine, why do you enjoy reading a fashion magazine?
Because it relax. Yeah, reading fashion magazine make me relax. Yeah,
Yeah.
and we can see the beautiful things, the beautiful person make me feel relaxed. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. So it makes you
Mm-hmm.
feel relaxed whenever you see the beautiful things
Mm-hmm.
inside the magazine. And not only that, maybe Mr. Vu and Miss Hang, both of you, it makes you feel relaxed when you read an online article and a fashion magazine because you are interested, right? You're interested in this type of things. All right, well done. That was challenging, right? But yeah, both of you did well. Just remember, well, as I have mentioned, both of you did well. But when explaining things, Mr. Vu and Miss Hang, I want both of you to remember that you need to be specific. Okay, it's good that you are like expanding
Mm-hmm.
your explanation, but it will really help you to consume time and energy when you like explain it in a specific manner. Yeah. Well, both of you, Mr. Vu and Miss Hang, you were able to do that with the first, third, and last question. But yeah, Mr. Vu, for the second question, it's good, as I have mentioned, it's good that you are expanding your explanation, but make sure to include the specific part as well. Okay? All right. So thank you so much. Now we're done with whew, part one. And it was a challenging one. So, do you have any questions about this part before we move on to part two? Miss Hang, it looks like you have a question.
No.
No, are you sure? Mr. Vu, Miss Hang, please do not hesitate to ask me. I want you to understand this part because this is an important part. This is an exam. So, yeah, if you have any questions, even basic word, you can ask me. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I think we understand, but we don't have the large vocabulary
Yeah,
to
it's fine.
talk. Yeah, to talk about this topic.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much, Miss Hang, for your honesty. Yeah, that's what I observed actually. Well, both of you, you didn't use. Okay, this is a good thing. So, Mr. Vu and Miss Hang, you didn't use repetitive words when you were describing what type of article or magazine. So, but yeah, you're right. So when it comes to describing things, we really have to like have a wide, not really wide, but at least variety
Yeah.
of like English words to describe it. So yeah, it's fine. Maybe you don't usually read article or magazine. So you don't have really a wide knowledge, especially for parts, right? Because that's kind of difficult as well. But yeah, thank you, Ms. Hang. So maybe for now, you can try to be familiar yourself with these types. For example, parts of magazines. Okay, so no questions. Last question. No questions. Okay, then let's have part two. Okay, so this one, I think this will be easier. Now,
Mm-hmm.
for this part two, this is the instruction. So, Mr. Vu, Miss Hang, notice the underlined keywords. Okay, please take closer look at the underlined keywords on the task card. So, this is the task card. Now, you will read the notes on each keyword below. Okay, so I will let you read the words one by one first. And then, okay, we will listen to a modal answer. And then you will circle the notes that the speaker talks about. So you have to listen attentively because the speaker in the audio will say about some notes. So you have to take notes of it. But first, let's practice the words. And then if you have any questions about the words, like the meaning or the pronunciation, you can ask me. Okay? So, Mr. Vu, can you please read the words in number one?
Okay. The newspaper of magazine. Magazine, newspaper.
Yes. Okay. Mr. Vu, can you repeat the word magazine? Can you say magazine?
Magazine.
Perfect. Okay, so you have to emphasize the z sound.
Okay.
Yes.
Magazines.
Yes. Okay, but not to magazine, just like subtle magazine.
Magazine.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay, good job. Good job. And for the newspaper, so remember, Miss Hang, Mr. Vu, it's not new. New. It's better to say new. Newspaper.
Mm.
Newspaper.
Yes. And
News.
yes. Okay. Now observe. It's not actually the sound of S. It's the sound of Z as well. So newspaper.
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 That's right, Miss Hang. How about Mr. Vu? Newspaper.
Newspaper.
Yes. Okay. Try to emphasize the Z sound. Okay, that's actually the American standard. So it's Z magazine and
Yes.
newspaper.
Newspaper.
That's right. Can I call Miss Hang? Miss Hang, can you say the two words again? Magazine, newspaper.
Uh, Magazine. Newspaper.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Okay, and Miss Vu, Mr. Vu, can you try it as well?
Magazine. Newspaper.
News.
Perfect. Yes, that's right. Okay, thank you so much. Next, for number two, Miss Hang, can you read these three words?
Okay. What kind? Fashion. Sport. Travel.
Very good. Okay, so most students they're kind of confused about this word fashion. Okay, so it's not actually fashion. Okay, you have to be really careful. Look, fashion.
Passion.
Fashion.
Yeah, it's fashion.
Passion.
Okay, Mr. Wu, nice try, nice try. Can you try to pronounce the F sound? Okay, Miss Hang, you can do it as well. Yes, Mr. Wu, fashion.
Passion.
Okay, actually, passion is different. Passion is an emotion, okay, but fashion, it's how we look. See? So when you say passion, the one you're talking to might thought that you're talking about an emotion. But when you say fashion, wow, you look good. I like your fashion. So you're talking about the person's overall look. Okay, so that's the difference. It's not passion because passion starts with letter P. And for this word, it starts with letter F. Okay, Mr. Vu, can you say F?
F.
Okay, I think it's a struggle for Mr. Vu for the F sound. Okay, now look closely. Miss Hang, can you say it as well? F.
F.
That's right. Mr. Vu?
F.
Yeah, you're close.
F.
Fashion.
Passion.
Okay, that's close. Mr. Wu, I have an assignment for you. Okay, try to practice the F sound. Okay, again, when you encounter some words that starts with letter F, automatically, okay, it's sound, not T sound. Okay,
Okay.
all right. So, Mr. Wu, I have given you one assignment. So that's how to pronounce the F sound. Okay, fashion, sport, and travel.
Uh,
Yes. Okay, so for travel, be careful. It's not travel. Okay, there are no such words, such word as travel. Okay, it should be travel. Travel.
Travel.
Yes, Mr. Vu. That's right. Okay, how about Miss Hang? Can you say it again?
Travel.
Perfect. Yes, good. Next, now let's have Mr. Vu. Okay, please read the words in number three.
Uh, Quick talk. Um, where's it? At first, interviews. Later, news.
Thank you so much. Now for these words, okay, Mr. Vu and Miss Hang. For the first word, it's adverts.
At first.
That's right, Mr. Vu. Now for the second word, this is kind of a struggle as well to most students. So this one, it's um actually inner. So the T sound will be omitted. Okay? So you will not pronounce the sound. Okay? Okay, it's like you have to hide that sound for a while. So inner interviews.
Interview.
Yeah. So
Inner.
that's right. So after N, you will not say the sound of t. So it's not interviews anymore. It will just be inner, okay, I and then E.
In-
Inner
Inner.
views.
Interview.
That's
Interview.
right. Yeah.
Really? Oh, yeah. That's
Yes.
right. Yeah.
Interview.
Yeah. Interview.
Yes.
Oh,
Interviews.
View.
interviews.
That's right. Yeah. Is
Uh,
this your first time?
is that American essence?
Yes.
Oh.
If you will search about that on the internet,
Uh-huh.
so you will mostly hear interviews, interviews,
Yeah.
interviews. That's right. Okay, can you say it one more time? Interviews.
Inner.
Interview.
Perfect. Okay, and for this one, okay, I know there are two letter T, right? But okay, you will pronounce the T sound as subtle sound. Letters.
Letters.
Yeah, soft T. It's not actually hard T, like letters.
Yeah.
Just letters. Very fast. Can you say it? Letters.
Let
Letters.
Perfect. Okay, how about this word? How will you read it again?
news.
That's right. Good, good. It's news, not news. Okay, news. Okay, thank you so much and good job. Okay, just remember the words. Next, Miss Hang.
When? Every day. The weekend. Sometimes.
Good job. Okay, that's right. Okay, so Mr. Vu, Miss Hang, that's every day, the weekend, and sometimes. Okay, and Mr. Vu,
Where? Home. And school.
perfect. Okay, so where? So when we say where, it's talking about a place, right? A place. So home, school, office, right? Okay, good. And Miss Hang, please read the last one.
Explain why. It's very interesting. It's relaxing.
Okay, good. So explain why. So of course, it will explain why it means your feelings. How do you feel while you're doing it? So let's practice this word. Okay, both of you. Okay, can you say interesting?
Interesting.
Perfect, Miss Hang. Mr. Vu, can you say it a little faster? Interesting.
Interesting.
Perfect. Okay, and this one, okay, listen carefully. It's actually relaxing.
Relaxing.
Yes,
Relaxing.
perfect. Mr. Vu, relaxing.
Relaxing.
Okay. Thank you so much and well done. Now remember those words. Now I will play the audio for you to listen.
Okay.
Okay. So that's 11. Please tell me if you can hear it.
No.
I think I really have to remove this one before I start playing. Yeah. Okay. I'll play it now.
11.
Okay.
I enjoy reading a magazine called Fab Football. It is about sport, of course, and it's my favorite sport. I love watching football from different countries, and I love reading about it. The magazine's got lots of good information. I don't like reading the letters or adverts. I prefer reading the interviews with famous players or the news. I read Fab Football every weekend. I buy it on Saturday morning and go home and read. I enjoy meeting friends and reading the magazine together. I don't mind sharing it. We like chatting about the news, the players. It's very interesting.
All right. How was it? Is it clear or do you like to listen one more time? Miss Hang, one more time.
Yes.
Sure. Okay, let me play it again. Don't worry.
Track 11. I enjoy reading a magazine called Fab Football. It is about sport, of course, and it's my favorite sport. I love watching football from different countries, and I love reading about it. The magazine's got lots of good information. I don't like reading the letters or adverts. I prefer reading the interviews with famous players or the news. I read Fab Football every weekend. I buy it on Saturday morning and go home and read. I enjoy meeting friends and reading the magazine together. I don't mind sharing it. We like chatting about the news, the players. It's very interesting.
All right. How was it? Okay, we can try it. Don't worry, we can try. So this time, okay, since Mr. Vu was the first one to initiate, okay, earlier, so let's have Miss Hang this time. Okay, Miss Hang, can you try and answer? Okay, number two. Okay, what kind of magazine? So the speaker said that he likes to read a magazine, but yeah, what kind of magazine?
Um, sports.
A
Magazine.
sport.
Yeah.
Very good. Yes, that's right. A sports magazine. Okay, how about Mr. Vu? Okay, number three. Which parts of the magazine does he likes?
Interview and news.
Oh, good job. Okay, so the interview. So he doesn't like the adverts and letters, right? So he prefers the interviews and the news parts. Good. And Miss Hang,
Mhm.
when?
The weekend.
Hey, so
He, yeah, the weekend. He buy it when Saturday morning.
Oh, you even got that. Okay, so that's right. So he often reads it every
every week.
weekend.
Yeah,
Yes, every weekend. And
yeah.
Mr. Vu, okay, where?
Um, home. Home.
Yes,
Yeah.
at home. So he buys it on Saturday morning and
Yeah.
he reads it at home every weekend. Wow, you're doing good, Mr. Vu and Miss Hang. And lastly, Miss Hang, why?
It's very interesting.
Yeah, so he likes to share it, right? Because he
Yeah.
said that it's very interesting. Okay, well done. Congratulations. So you were able to answer and listen carefully, right, to the speaker. That's why you were able to get the information that we need to answer each question. So, well then, Miss Hang and Mr. Vu, unfortunately, we don't have enough time. I would really like to do the next activity, but yeah, I hope we can have another opportunity again to have a lesson so that I can discuss this with you. So, enjoy the rest of your night and I hope to see you again. Keep practicing. Take
Goodbye,
care.
Thank you.
goodbye, and good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.